Hi, Murray here again. This is 2.222. So today I want to talk about energy, the energy that lives around us, every situation, every living, every non living. In my language, we call objects animate, inanimate. I'll get into that some other time, but we're going to talk about the words we use today that creates a different tone in the energy we're trying to produce. So we talk about negative energy, positive energy, et cetera, and I hear it a lot. I had clients that come to me with, conundrum and this and that, and it's always about this negative shit, this positive stuff, that. Um, to be quite blunt, in mathematics, we use negative and positive to associate a reaction and a development of an outcome. Okay, so if we have two negative numbers, it will equal a positive number in some equation, and that's the basics of our mathematics. Now, it's not because these elements are negative that it creates a positive. What it means is there's two elements that by themselves, they're not covering or creating the outcome that is necessary to serve the purpose that we intended it for. So we're going to call it negative because no, it's not going to create that outcome. That's why we call it a negative. Okay. So these two, but the other element that we call also a negative, that means that by himself will not produce the outcome that is favorable for the event that we're trying to create. So those two negatives together, those two otherwise by themselves not serving the purpose that we intended, matched together will create a positive outcome, meaning it will create that event, that element that we needed in the intention of creating something, an outcome that is favorable for the situation we're using it for. Okay? So that's putting it simple for everyone here. Now, to put it differently, in a world that we live in, we use these words negative, positive, negative energy, positive, negative. Every event that takes place that they are by themselves not serving a purpose that is to your outcome, to the event that you're trying to create, it's as its own purpose. Every event that takes place in our life has its own purpose. The problems we're having as this young species here is that we're not paying attention like we used to before. Before, we were paying attention because the distractions were less around us. Now, all these distractions have multiplied. They multiplied and multiplied. Mathematics is infinite. So that's our first clue. The stars in the skies is infinite. The black hole, the space, and the trajectory and where it ends, where it starts, it's infinite. So that tells us that whatever we're feeling and whatever we're trying to achieve is also infinite. And the possibility of us, this species, human species, is infinite. We are a rare species and we are able to manifest things around us. The blockage we face are blockage that were created through a global entity. These blockage that we are facing now are easily unblocked. We need to raise the consciousness of this world here in order to allow it to survive. and allow us to survive and to go beyond. Now, post pandemic created a lot of issues for a lot of people and for the world in its own. The um, the people, the elitists, we call them elitists. Okay, so this is what we did. We categorized everybody, and we decided that the people that don't have money, they're poor. People that have a little bit of money, they're just regular workers, the white collars. And the people that have a little bit more money than the white collars are rich. And then after that, they're wealthy, and then they're elitists. And the elitists, they're blue bloods, people that are part of a bigger picture, decentralized. Okay, decentralizing doesn't mean these people won't be there anymore. It just means that you will create a freedom for yourself that they can't take from you. Got it? And yes, when your needs meet your want and your want meets your needs, then you're pretty much understanding what you're supposed to be doing on this journey, because we all have a purpose. And if we're not using that purpose, then we're not serving the greater good, and we're not raising the consciousness of this world. And negative, positive, yeah, use it carefully. Understand it in your heart, in your mind, in your heart, in your spirit. If you understand it in those three places, you're making a step, a giant step, and you're able to manifest your outcome. And yes, I'm still here in this situation, resolving things peacefully by bringing these little tidbits here and there, because I do have a plan, and there is an outcome, and the outcome will be an outcome that is favorable for all parties. Doesn't mean I'm going to have some huge, giant, uh, pretentious life. No, I'm going to have a life that I choose to have, which is to help the greater good. I'm here to bring clean water to both countries and the world as a whole, for places that they don't have water and places where the water is contaminated. And yes, eventually I will start a different series, which I'm starting that probably tomorrow. There's a series called Killing People with Clean Water. And that's about my journey here and why I'm here. What's my part in it? What was my uh, part in this? Because we all have a part in everything we do. What was my part in it? How did I get here, stuck in this situation? And we say stuck. I'm not stuck. I'm in a position where it's difficult to advance a little farther until this is resolved. And because I intend to resolve these elements, because no one is allowed to come and take things from you if you didn't allow them to do so. All right? So let's move on with these energy. And what flows around me is what I decide to flow around me. Doesn't matter how much money you got in your pocket, sweetheart. If you're not good inside here, then something is wrong, and we're not advancing to produce a whole for this universe. This earth here needs to raise its consciousness to a level that is sustainable and acceptable to the outcome that is necessary for us to evolve to another place. Yes, you can leave the planet, it's fine. You're still going to have to evolve over there, and you'll have to come back anyways, because you can't live there forever. You don't have the genetic and the DNA to live there. I don't care how simulated you want to do this and not back, whatever. Okay, I'm a physicist. I understand the mechanics of you going to move to another planet, whatever. Okay, this is there's other people living there and they were born there. Okay, and they can sustain that atmosphere and that element. We're here. Let's make the best of it here. Thank you.